We've said it many, many times through the years, but the world of gaming is strange. So every month, gameranx rounds up some of the strangest stuff out there and revels in it. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on gameranx, the 10 weirdest stories from March 2022. Starting off with, I don't know how to characterize this one. Obviously weird, but it's not one I would have thought of personally, and I come up with some weird stuff. So, I'm not 100% sure why, but somebody made a mod for Final Fantasy VII's remake where Cloud now wears a crop top leather jacket. Don't quite get that one. I think it made people insecure because our man has some pretty good abs. The responses were, anyway, we can get a version without the belly exposed, otherwise looks great. And a bunch of other comments of that nature if you look into the Nexus mods page. The response that the mod's creator had to this request to cover up his stomach was creative. You know how for a while there it was really popular to put tattoos like across your abdomen, like tribal ones? The kind that come up over low-rise jeans and people go, I wonder where that tattoo ends. So he changed the mod so the Cloud had one of those. And in the mod update notes, he said, his stomach's covered now. That is a wonderful response. I can't quite come up with why any of this happened, but like that's the funniest possible response to somebody saying, could you not do that? I get it. I mean, the leather jacket's cool, but it is a crop top. I certainly couldn't pull that look off. But then again, would anybody really want that anyways? Once you ask that question about me, though, it's fair to ask about Cloud, is it not? At number 9, Rockstar introduced a new program with GTA Online called GTA Plus. Long story short, it's a membership program that gets you a few benefits like 500,000 GTA dollars deposited in your Mace bank account every month, vehicle upgrades, discounts, bonuses, etc. And it's available on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series exclusively. Now, ostensibly, this is because there are going to be people who are buying or playing this game for the first time on the new generation of consoles. It's unavoidable. This is one of the biggest games in the entire world, has been since its launch, and these new consoles are not just bought by old players. Now, I'm somewhat ambivalent towards this. I don't love monetization programs like this, but it's also optional, $5.99, and does seem to have an actual purpose beyond just raking in a bunch of cash. It kind of serves to attempt to even the playing field with a new install base, but at the same time, it also really looks like Rockstar trying to milk Grand Theft Auto 5 for the remainder of its existence until 6 comes around. They have made so much money off of this game, and I don't know, 8 years in, it feels greedy, does it not? I think it'd be hard to say no to that. And number 8, someone posing as Sadako from the Ring movies. You know, the girl that comes out of the TV and kills people. Somebody decided to start making vlogs on YouTube as that person. The best part about them, though, is that they are not really like horror vlogs. The name of the channel is Sadako no Idokarashi, which translates to Sadako's well life, but I'm assuming they're probably trying to say best life. The first video was a room tour and basically set forward what she was going to do on the channel. For instance, cooking, video games, etc. It's basically one of those goofy lifestyle vlogs with a heavy tinge of weirdness is, a light word for it. We mention it because she has now posted a few videos of her doing Let's Plays, basically, which, yeah, like there is now footage of Sadako from The Ring playing Dead by Daylight. At number 7, people are now already doing speedruns of Elden Ring and beating it in 28 minutes and 59 seconds. Now, keep in mind, that is the time as of this recording. There's a chance that it's been beaten. It had been beaten several times prior. It had been sitting at a little above 30 minutes and came down a couple times to 28:59. The gentleman who held the 33-minute version has been the one that's been knocking it down, though, so it's not like some kind of competition between two incredible speedrunners or something. The guy's name is Distortion2, and I mean, that's amazing. Keep in mind, we're not saying this guy did everything in the game in under 30 minutes. That's not possible. This is an any percent speed run, which, you know, can use glitches and exploits and whatnot. But still, that's impressive. This is a huge open world game with technical and difficult combat in it, and people are getting to the credits in 30 minutes. It's weird, but it's impressive weird. And then speaking of Elden Ring, at number 6, Elden Ring got an easy mode mod, which, I mean, I think everybody saw that coming, right? It's not like that's unprecedented in terms of Dark Souls games, but apparently another modder took umbrage with it and made a harder mode. Now, Elden Ring is not an easy game. It is a Dark Souls game. There are some elements of it that make the sort of quality of life better, but it's still very difficult. Prepare to Die is the name of the difficulty introduced in the Protest mod, where the easy mode mod is kind of simple. Like, it makes it so it halves the damage you take. It adds more damage to the player character's attacks, gives you a couple of other bonuses, but Prepare to Die kind of goes overboard in reaction. It pretty much brings every enemy up to New Game Plus levels, so about 4 times as much damage, defense, resistance, etc. And it enables their AI to see you from much further away. You can also only fast travel between churches and cathedrals. Like, it's a genuine hard mode, beyond the modes that are already very hard in the game. The modder who made Prepare to Die is called Silent Verge, and what he said when he released the mod was, "I got sick of seeing all these easy mode mods being pumped out, so I made this mod instead." And number 5, Easter egg hunters found a 7-year Easter egg in the world of Witcher 3, 7 years after the game was released. Now, this is obviously entirely a coincidence in terms of these 7s, but there's a quest in the game in which you help somebody lift a curse that is gradually turning them into a bird. So you can actually save this woman who is turning into a bird. It involves something that risks her death 7 years after the lifting of the curse, though. Like, she would possibly die of natural causes 7 years after lifting the curse. Well, if you follow her around and go to her 7 years into the in-game time in the town of Skellige where she ends up, she dies. It's kind of a weird little thing that it's cool they followed up on, or followed through on rather, but it's also strange, and nobody really thought to look, because it's a narrative element that you're clearly not really supposed to find the end of. Just a cool little strange detail from The Witcher. And number 4, E3 digital and physical has officially been canceled. So there was gonna be an E3 in person that was canceled back in January, and now they've canceled the digital one because what they want to do is return in 2023 with a totally overhauled digital and physical show, which, I mean, that's positive at least, but it's just weird that this pandemic has caused E3 to disappear multiple times now. At number 3, former Prime Minister of Japan Shinzo Abe started a YouTube channel, and, well, it doesn't seem like he's too far from doing gaming. The reason for this is he tweeted on March 3rd a picture of himself using his gaming laptop. Further, people zoomed into the photo and found that he had Steam installed sitting right there on his taskbar. So, Japan's equivalent of a former president is playing around with Steam on a gaming laptop with backlit keys. Is he going to post gaming footage? Who really knows, but clearly he's gaming. At number 2, a 54-year-old man got arrested in Japan for sending death threats to Sega over and over. Now, the reason he was doing this was that he was upset at losing at online games. So, for 54, surprisingly immature. Anyway, He sent a bunch of emails to Sega threatening to kill employees and set the company on fire between December of last year and February of this year. He's actually not the first guy that's done this. A while back, I think we actually talked about it. There was another kid who threatened to kill people at Konami because of connection issues in their, well, I guess now it's called eFootball, but back then it was called Pro Evolution Soccer. Yeah, they take their gaming pretty seriously in Japan. A little too seriously. And finally, at number 1, a Call of Duty player decided that after being accused of cheating and hacking, he would put a camera onto his monitors to showcase that he was not, under any circumstance, cheating. In the process, he proved that he was hacking and cheating. I don't know exactly why he chose this method and then wasn't careful about what cheats he had enabled. I would have thought that you would want to have none of them enabled. But as he was playing and actually losing, it was clear that he could see other players through walls using a hack called 4K boxes, apparently. This was caught by various hacker detectives, but I don't think it really takes somebody who even knows anything about various cheats to see that there are boxes on the screen indicating where other players are through walls. But probably the funniest aspect about this is that he lost anyways. That's actually an extremely big advantage in basically any first-person shooter, and this guy is a semi-pro. He should be, on some level, quite good, right? Weird. And that's all for today. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week. Best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription, so click subscribe. Don't forget to enable all notifications, and as always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter at FalconTheHero, and we'll see you next time right here on gameranx.